Hello, look at LTM reviews to get you caught up on the oldest movies. The Lion King 2019. So, The Lion King 2019 is a remake of the original 1994 Disney animated film. So, in order to review this movie, I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna tell the plot because technically it's the same movie, but that's the problem. It's the same story. If you've seen the original film, if you've seen The Lion King, this is the same movie except in live action. But I'll try to be nice. So, a young cub named Simba is born, and he wants to be the king of Africa. I guess I don't know. He wants to be king, but Mufasa thinks he's not ready, and he has to wait till he's older. And then Scar, which is Mufasa's brother, gets jealous and wants to kill Mufasa and kill Simba, but he ends up killing Mufasa instead of Simba. So Simba runs away, meets two components, which are Timon and Pumbaa. Nala comes, and then years later he grows up and he's not worried about anything. And then Nala comes up and says, "Hey, we need you. Scar's taking over the world." But then Simba's like, "Hakuna Matata. Who cares? They don't need me back there. I killed my father by accident." So it's that kind of story. And then now you get, if you've seen the original Lion King, this is the exact same movie. I'm just gonna tell you right now. So what do I like about this movie? Well, what do I not like? Before I get to that, let's just say, I know this movie was hated by everybody. It got mixed reviews from critics, though it did very well with audiences and became one of the highest grossing animated films ever made, which we're going to get to in a little bit because there's kind of a controversy I need to get out of the way. Is this an animated movie? Honestly, yes. And I know it's kind of hard to say because most of it's a live action backgrounds and the animals are all CGI. But here's the thing. The something like Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast are animated when there's humans. I mean, yeah, technically the originals are cartoons, but the live action ones are considered live action because there's real people in it. It's not, there's more than just animals. It's humans and other creatures. Aladdin is kind of the same way. It's mostly done with humans. Lion King doesn't work that way. Lion King, if they added humans into the story, that's a live action film. Then it's considered a live action movie. And it just doesn't work here. It's not animated. If it was animated, it would be, I mean, it is animated. It is animated. There's no live humans in it. So yeah, it's obviously an animated movie. It's no live action. That's the problem. What I don't like about this movie is the emotions on the characters, the facial expressions. In the animated film, at least you can tell the detail, but thanks to its hand-drawn animation, you can tell how a character felt sad or happy or mad or upset or something like that, or depressed. Here, the facial expressions are so hard to tell because they look so realistic that you can't tell how they're feeling, which kind of ruins the experience. Another problem with the movie is the story. I mean, it's fine as a standalone movie, but but it's a remake to a classic everybody likes, so it's kind of hard to get into the story when the original did it so much better. Now, I'm not saying they didn't make anything more insulting or anything, but it's just the same story, except they added The Lion Sleeps Tonight was a lot longer. Nala has a little bit of a role in this one, and the cast is all different. Except James Earl Jones came back, so I guess that's a pretty good sign. Though I feel like he's getting tired. I could tell just by the acting alone. The songs, they're fine, but they're the same thing except the vocal performances are different. Though the rhythm and stuff like that feels the same. Mostly in Circle of Life, because I noticed that the song sounded exactly just like the animated film. The characters are fine, but they don't have the same charm like they used to in the original animated film. The animated film, it was so very well detailed, and they had great characters, and they knew how to utilize them. And here, they do it fine, but it's just, nothing's there. There's no charm. There's nothing great about it. Now, I do like Timon and Pumbaa in this movie. I mean, I like them okay in the original film, but here, these guys are cracking me up. You can thank Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner for that. They're like the best parts of the movie. But everything else just feels kind of shallow and uninspired. Overall, The Lion King 2019 isn't the worst remake, nor even the worst Disney remake, because to be honest, Beauty and the Beast was mostly more insulting than this film. Lion King at least was trying to feel like the original, but instead of nothing adding new to it. And it just feels uninspired and kind of shallow. I mean, let's put it this way. Which one are you going to remember the most? The 1994 film or this film? Now, don't get me wrong, it's not the worst I've ever seen or anything, and there are worse Disney movies out there. Disney has done way worse Disney films than this, and I can see this as mostly a passable kids film. But as is, for a remake, it's just kind of standard. Not the worst, but I mostly recommend the animated film. If kids like, nothing too harmful for children, kids nowadays will enjoy it, especially for those who grew up with it, but for me, I thought it was just okay for the most part. It's got a little bit going for it, but not by a long shot. Lion King 2019 gets a 6 out of 10. It's just an average remake with nothing to it. Now, if you like the movie a lot more than the original, that's fine, but I prefer the original, and that's just my opinion. Alright guys, what's your favorite remake? Please subscribe, comment below, let me know. This is LTM signing out, and I'll see you guys next time.
Nice throw.